like thing to happen. I'm kind of surprised it didn't get spelled for me. Spoilers haven't really been an issue for me since.
Okie dokie. Make sure we're running properly. Anytime you're ready. Okay, is that working properly? Anytime you're ready. Okay, is that working properly? It seems that it is. So let's close that. Because we've got this chat to go with. Right, let's see, where were we? We just finished chapter 2 yesterday, I think it was. Yep, let's load game. Ooh, that is a mite loud. At least it is on my end. I don't know if it is on stream, but I'm hoping it's okay. Here we're playing as Ren, search for information. Waterworth, who sent Hisoka to find the photos, takes a closer look at the album. One photo catches his eye and he decides to investigate further. Don't need any more of these yet. So let's go for it. The spooky post-mortem photograph. Ren Hojo, a writer, is haunted by a recurring dream in which he kills a young woman during a ritual. He receives an album of post-mortem photographs located on his request by Hisoka. Upon viewing one of the photos, Ren recognizes the very scene from his dreams. Eager to delve further into this puzzling mystery, Ren heads to the abandoned inn in person this time, bringing along his assistant, Rui Kagamiya. I swear I've seen both of these people as VTubers.
Will you
Terrible thing, my drink is empty.
Huh? She's beautiful, but she looks sad too.
Yeah.
Isn't she the type of woman that you get nervous around?
Yeah. There may be more of this stuff out there.
Shall I call Hisoka?
No, let's go there ourselves. It'll be quicker that way.
At this hour?
It won't take long.
So then, shouldn't you take the camera obscura? You haven't used it yet. This could be your chance. People say there's something off about that place.
Okay.
My obscure is on the desk. Hisoka sent it back after appraising it for me. I should take that shadow reading report with me too. It may come in handy. Rui is always complaining about me leaving things on the sofa. So, take the camera. Ooh, measure upgrade displays the health of an anime. Manuscript doesn't have a title, needs more materials to solidify the theme. Memorial portraiture. The art of photographing dead bodies was a practice in Western countries in the 19th century, a time when photography was still a rare and expensive luxury. Oh yeah, I've seen some of those. They're really creepy. Really creepy. Bodies of recently deceased family members and loved ones were photographed in lifelike poses as a solemn keepsake of remembrance. While researching the phenomena, I discovered that a similar custom made its way to Japan as well. Known as post-mortem photographs, a small number of these photos still remain. I've been fortunate enough to obtain one such photograph, which I found to contain a certain beauty lacking in its Western counterparts. When photography first arrived in Japan, it was accompanied by a prevalent superstition that photographs could steal a person's soul. Whether anyone truly believed this or not, it surely gave post-mortem photography a special significance in Japan. If photographs were taken with this belief in mind, then post-mortem photographs would not simply have been taken as keepsakes or for mourning purposes, rather the practice may have carried a certain deeper spiritual significance. Urgent request for the camera obscura. A good caution in using it. To Renhojo, the camera you left me to look at is a device known as the camera obscura. Purpose is to capture images of the supernatural, naked things invisible to the naked eye. These cameras are incredibly rare and with an almost mythical status on the antiques market. A few have been known to exist, but this is the first I've seen with compound lenses. Don't mean to frighten you, but rumour holds that to own a camera obscura is to invite misfortune. They say everyone that's owned one has either died, lost their mind, or gone missing. Well, technically, yeah, everyone who's owned it would die eventually. Cameras themselves have outlived many owners. While some aficionados do seek them out, the stories of previous owners meeting with such misfortune has had an impact on their value as antiques. My camera obscura was left to a local family. After its previous owner passed away, they graciously gave it to me. I believe yours is still usable, but please exercise caution in doing so. Sincerely, Hisoka Kurosawa. P.S. The cover on your camera obscura is broken, but it seems it originally had a box shape. I doubt you'd sell it to me, but I would like to borrow it for a while if you don't mind. I'm happy to compensate. Please think it over. I left the shadow reading report on the sofa. It should take it with me just in case. It may have some information I can use. Who knows when I might need it. Looks to be a written report by Yuri. It seems to be about the photo album. Found item report. Client Renhojo. Report by Yuri Kozukata. Verified by Hisoka Kurosawa. Details of request. Find items pertaining to post-mortem photography on Maotakami. Obtain them if possible. Perform shadow reading using a post-mortem photograph found on Maotakami as a token. Located album of post-mortem photographs in Ichiro Manor. Took custody of the object. As we've been tidying up, book might be on one of the shelves. I'm guessing the one that's glowing. I found this book whilst researching Maotakami. Don't think this story has anything to do with what's going on, but you never know. The Maiden Slayer. Maotakami has long been steeped in legends revolving around Southend and ghosts. Revered as a sacred place since time immemorial, it was once the worshipping ground and home of many shrine maidens. Once there was a man who fell in love with a maiden and came to the mountain in order to court her. However, she remained loyal to her duties and refused his advances. Enraged, the man killed her and threw her into the river. Several days later, he returned with a torch and blade, and proceeded to brutally butcher all of the shrine maidens on the mountain, tossing them into the river as he went. The waters of the mountain flowed red with blood, carrying the slaughtered corpses of the maidens all the way down to the pool of purification. It is said that the eyes of each of the shrine maidens has been gouged out. Just before killing the first maiden and tossing her into the river, the man's eyes met with those of his victim. Something in her eyes led him to murder the others, or so the legend goes. With all the maidens dead, he killed himself by cutting his own throat. The ghosts of shrine maidens, still drenched in these blooded waters, have appeared on the mountain ever since. It is said that those who meet their eyes are led to their deaths. They follow the women into the water and drown themselves. Though only a legend, the story is believed to be based on an actual incident. Local records show the bodies of several shrine maidens were discovered long ago, and that all rituals and rites ceased to be performed from that day on. This looks to be part of Ruby's journal. Must have got mixed up in here while tidying. I feel bad reading it, but Mr. Hojo can't clean up after himself. For someone who's lived alone for so long, he's incapable of housework, he can't cook, and he's bad at tidying up. I'm more like his caretaker than his assistant. He loses things all the time, and whenever he doesn't have a book he needs, he blows up. He usually ends up asking Miss Kurosawa for help. One time when I was trying to sort all the books, there was one I couldn't find anywhere. Like it just disappeared. Miss Kurosawa found it with her shadow reading. She went into his room on her own, then came out a while later with the missing book. She just smiled and said something about making the invisible visible. What is this shadow reading business anyway? It reminds me of one time. I was tidying up and I came across something I'd never seen before. It was like Miss Kurosawa said, the invisible became visible. It was kept inside an old box. I don't even know what it was. I put it aside to sort out later, but when I went to take a proper look, it had vanished. Must have gone invisible again.
It's almost sunset. We should hurry.
Yeah, let's go.
Yeah, nothing else to get.
There's a local superstition warning people not to go up Mount Hikami after dusk. If you climb the mountain in the twilight hours, it'll show you a different form. Its true form.
So why are we going up there?
Only those who wish to die come here at that time.
Especially after saying that.
I think that's the inn where the album was found. This must be Ichiru Manor. So, do you think you'll be able to use the camera obscura? I think you should try it out first, just to be sure.
Okay.
Rens lets you take multiple photos at once. Use the multi-shot function to take 4 photos at once, dealing more damage to the ghost you photograph. Taking multiple photos at once also helps to get fatal frame shot. After a multi-shot, the obscura will take longer than usual to reload the film. Keep in mind that multi-shots quickly use up a lot of film. Also, standard lenses do not work with Rens Obscura. Hi Fozzie, how you doing?
Is the camera working?
Well, you look like you, so yeah.
Is that a good thing?
We should go.
Look at this handsome man and his old camera.
That's further back inside. It was part of some temple or shrine. After it became an inn, the proprietor's family lived here, but it doesn't look like anyone's been here. There was a massive landslide that hit Mount Hikami. Maybe they were all buried under the rubble. Hey, it looks like the album you asked for was found in the old building.
Yeah, sure looks that way.
An old 3-story inn standing in silence, the landscape racing down the mountains. I feel like the duck I sent you deflated. I love being at home, but I miss my uni friends. I'm glad I moved back in 13 days, though. The duck you sent me? I'm very confused. I've not looked at Discord for a while. I've been watching Finn on stream. But yeah, you kind of get used to it when you go to uni and you've got your own little setup and your own friends there. You do tend to miss them. It's been a while since I've been to uni, but yeah, I remember it being a thing. Yeah, that having to go back to normal life. Did this guy really just use the "oh, it must have been the wind" Skyrim line? He really did. Yeah, that's pretty much how it was with me. I moved about sort of an hour or so away from where I used to normally live when I was at uni. And over here, that is still a fair distance to move away. And when I had to come back during the Christmas period and the holidays over summer, it just didn't feel the same, because you couldn't just sort of wake up and go, just say to one of your friends, are we doing anything today? Do we go anywhere? Because they were all scattered across the country. So yeah, I completely get ya.
This must be the room where Hisoka found that album.
Yeah, it would seem so.
Emma's reacting, maybe we can see something through the viewfinder. Oh, I remember, yeah, we've got to do the spinny thing until it... We'll find the right angle for it. Oh, there we go. Lock on first. I remember now. Oh, that's... Is it just going to be sort of streaming as and when you manage then, once you're back there? Granted, makes sense, got to focus on the uni work over streaming. So it would be sad not to have you on as much. There was a note on the shelf. Maybe it belonged to someone who lived here. How long has it been since I lost everything? The mountain swallowed up half my inn, and all I have left is that old photo album of post-mortem photographs, the one left for me by my father. I don't even know who these photos are of, but are the last vestiges of the family that I have. How long have I spent here wallowing in the darkness? It doesn't matter. I'll burn it all, and then there'll only be me. I think I'll end it up on the observation room on the roof. Sunset's lovely up there. Using the note, I might be able to find a trace that leads me to another photograph. Yeah, like I say, you got to focus on the reason you've gone to uni first. I mean, I know streaming's. Granted, I've only been doing it for like what, a month and a half. Streaming is fun. It's fun to chat with chat, but uni is important to do. Even if you never use it at the end, at least you can say you have been there and you've got a degree, which is enough to satisfy most people that you're educated enough. I mean, I got out of uni, and ever since then I've never used my degree, well, my qualification from there. Oh, we've got one of them. You're not a ghost. Yep, I think I got him.
According to the stories, after the landslide, the owner of the inn moved to the 3rd floor. They say he burned himself to death there, or that he threw himself into the lake.
A common enough story.
Tell me about it. Since then, they say that if you look up at the 3rd floor veranda, you'll see someone looking back down.
Really?
I'm sorry.
Can check out the window. Pale blue moonlight through the window. Okay. way. That means there might be stuff this way. There is. Yeah, I am glad that it does give you that little white indicator to say there's something of note, because I remember in the in number 2, Crimson Butterfly, they didn't have that. And so sometimes you could be stuck for ages trying to find the thing you needed because it was in a room behind a door that was slightly out of view of the camera unless you stood in a very specific place to notice it. Whereas at least with this, it gives you that little indicator to say, something of note this way, please turn around. Speaking of, I think that means that we've got to actually go this way. Oh, was that something else that I missed? Yes, there was. Just some more film that I can't hold anyway, because I don't actually really use the extra types of film. Where are they going? They're going... Oh, through the door, okay. It's locked, can't open it. Time to take a photo. Yeah, it was in that vent that blew shut because of the wind. Oh damn, missed that one. But there's a note from the person that died. Looks like it belonged to the innkeeper. Even before the landslide, there were always strange goings on around here. Some years ago, 2 girls went missing on a college field trip. The police were stumped. A few days later, one of the girls turned up again, seemingly out of her mind. There were lots of theories, but most people believe they were simply spirited away. That girl came back each year to look for her friend, like some sort of pilgrimage. Countless people have gone missing here over the years. We're all used to it by now. My father was spirited away too, as was the folklorist Keiji Watanabe. Oh, wait. Keiji Watarai. Or Watarai. Next, it'll be my turn, I bet. I'll vanish with the rest of them. I doubt anyone will think to come to look for me. I've got a feeling that Keiji Watarai was one of the people mentioned in the second game. Because I remember there being a folklorist that had one of these camera obscuras. I'm sure that name rings a bell. Right, so it was on the bottom floor. Here we go. Being held shut by a powerful force, sync shots. Okay. Taking photos identical to the psychic photograph can break seals. Oh, I've got to match the photo. Oh, God. Okay, so... That is not helpful at all. When I realised I was going to have to do this, then I would have probably paid a bit more attention to the angle I was at. It might actually take less time to run back and actually look at it. Yeah, no point messing with enhancements yet. Yeah, I think I'm just gonna have. It's gonna be easier to just run back upstairs and take the photo again. Assuming it lets me. If it doesn't, then that will be a pain. Wait, better go around because that bit's blocked. Please let me take the photo again. You're not going to let me take the photo again, are you, game? Why are you like this? It's saying match the one that I already have. But the one that I already have... Because these are the ones I took. There's got to be somewhere to see those. Items and records. Is it in collection? There we go. That's where we find it. It was further off to the side than I thought. How is it that this guy's running slower than the teenage girl was in the last mission? So it was around about there we go. There's something in the pipes. It's going to be the key to the door. Ah! I knew it was going to do the ghost hand on this one. Oh, hello, Ghosty. Oh, no, that was not the button I wanted to press. I think that was the hotel owner, the one that's been stalking us throughout this. Can't go that way. Just through here. Hello, welcome back. He's not done with us yet. Oh, good day. Why'd you keep doing this? Walk away. Now you're going to attack whilst I can't fire back. Right, okay, so he dodges away. Then he's going to come back. God, he's taking up so much. So he's moving away, he's going to turn around, he's going to come back at us. Oh, I think I managed to get him. Yes. Okay, so it looked like he was having second thoughts, and the maiden decided no. Soiled note has been left here. Looks like it was left by the innkeeper. The place has gone from a tourist hotspot to a South End hotspot. But I suppose that's always the case. This mountain and death go together side by side. Mikomori was once known as the Grove of the Shrine Maidens. A sacred grove where the mountain's maidens oversaw the deaths of pilgrims easing their passing to the other side. I like that. I envy it. I wish someone would be there to see me off. Well, going by the vision, someone was there to see you off and force you to go. I don't know. Are you cheating on me, Wacko? I thought I was the only back tuber you know.
Rui, are you all right?
Yes, I'm fine.
But that doesn't make sense, because you said the cutest, and although technically I could be the ugliest and cutest at the same time, because I'm the only one you know. They do flap. Oh, if I run out of health, it will protect me. Oh, this is the basically the redo. If you lose enough health, you'll break a mirror stone and go to full health. So go to the other side. Trying to use the wrong button for run.
It's so beautiful. The mountain looks like it's melting. If I could melt into that sunset. If I could just melt away into the lake. Into the setting sun.
Oh, did I get it? Yes, I got it in time. I thought I'd missed that one there. The sunset beckons. It's calling me into the water. This is the right thing to do. Well, short and to the point, I guess. Missed that one. More film that I can't pick up because I don't use it enough. You can see into the room through the shattered window. Being completely burnt, there's nothing left. Whole room's charred. That man might have left something hidden behind. If he did, it would
Looks
be
like
hidden.
there was a fire. This must be where the innkeeper moved.
No, Rui, don't go outside. There's spooky ghosts there. She's going to pull you into the water. We don't need another mystery child going disappearing on us. That rope was definitely not there a moment ago.
Rui!
Try moving faster, Ren.
Rui! What's wrong? Is something there?
Yes, it's the maiden talking to him, telling him to jump.
Oh.
That's the wrong button. That was the wrong button. Welcome back, Daisy. Lady, please don't moan so much on Twitch. They might get the wrong idea about what's going on. Oh,
What were
good,
you
we saved
doing?
Rui.
Can't you remember anything?
For those who weren't here for yesterday's bit, the maidens tend to have a habit of making people want to jump into the water or kill themselves some way. Those people. They do not like the fact that we've seen so much. Hence the reason they keep trying to kill us. Little do they realise we have one of the only cameras that can actually do any damage to them. Please don't do a strange dance. I can't aim at you if you do that. Let's quickly munch on some of this herbal med, just so that we don't die horribly to it. Oh, she's moved somewhere else. Oh, that's right, I forget. We have also been moistened, which means we couldn't move properly. The curse of the dark water. Please leave Ruby alone. He's just an assistant. At least to see why they're giving us so much extra camera ammo lying around on this map. I did dodge. Oh right, that stuff also makes you slowly lose health as well. Is that it? No? Yes? Yes, it was. She is purified and exercised and photogenic.
We're leaving.
And that is the most sensible thing anyone in these games has ever said. We're leaving. Woman dressed like a shrine maiden. Is she connected to the note that I found? Yes. Yes, she is. There's a note here. It seems to have been singed a little by fire. The album of post-mortem photographs was assembled by a folklorist who lived on the mountain. His name was Keiji Watarai. He became fascinated by the custom and moved to Mount Akami to study how it spread through Japan. Oh god, this is a seven-pager. My father seemed to take an interest in these photos as well. Strange foreign customs always fascinated him. While he was running the inn, he helped Watarai collect post-mortem photographs from the nearby town. On Mount Akami, the water itself was deified. It seems like Watarai wanted to get a deeper understanding of this unique outlook. He set up a house in the forest to experience it firsthand. He was greatly aided by my father, who had already set up the inn by that point. He remodeled it from an old, unused shrine. I think he thought the extra religious heft would help attract more visitors. One day the folklorist went missing. Several people formed a search party, but they were unable to find a trace. Even the road to his house seems to have been lost in the woods. My father scoured the mountain too, but all he found was that photo album. He was soaking wet when he got back. I remember he was acting strangely. His eyes had this curious glint, almost like he'd been possessed by something. The next thing I knew, my father went missing as well. I'd forgotten about the photos until I found them in the old building after the landslide. But now I understand why my father left. What a ride too. Those photos are so beautiful. They're photos of dead people. If you didn't catch the bit earlier, of them being post-mortem photos. Watarai, a folklorist who lived on Mount Akami, Hisoka probably has some books about him. We should get back. Rui needs to rest. The photo album left behind by the innkeeper was put together by a folklorist who lived on Mount Akami. As Ren and Rui explored the inn and traced the spirit of its owner, a ghost tried to lure Rui to Self-End. Then, through the pouring rain, an ominous shrine maiden appeared. Ren and Rui left the mountains with more questions than when they started. That is chapter 3 done, and oh, that's a surprise. I actually got a decent rank. But then again, the ability of this guy with his camera having the multiple shots makes getting the fatal frames a lot better. Oh, an interlude. Good. Hopefully interlude won't take that long. With Hisoka still missing, Yuri recalls what she'd witnessed on the mountain. Ryuhi taking her own life while entranced by a malevolent spirit, and the bodies of dead shrine maidens washed up at the pool of purification. These disquieting images leave Yuri with no doubt that Mount Akami houses some kind of horrible secret. Yuri takes the camera obscura that she found on the mountain and begins searching for a token that will lead her to Hisoka.
Suicide, huh? There was no body, right?
That sounds like a fun idea, Faizy.
And you said, what was it? That lots of women's bodies washed up afterwards? I think there have been reports saying something like that before. Oh well. I'll see what I can find out tomorrow.
Right, tell me the interlude is just hunting around the house to take photos of stuff and try and work out what we're doing for the next one. Because that should only maybe take 10-15 minutes, which will round us off nicely with a slightly chiller aspect of the game rather than the let's please hopefully not get mauled by spooky ghosts. The only picture from the camera obscura that shows anything. And that's a shrine maiden, I think. Dark silhouette standing on what looks like a body of water. The other photos are no good, they're all black. As if they're exposed to strong light. Doesn't tell me anything. Maybe there's more clues in Hisoka's room. Which room was Hisoka's? Down this way. I think.
Forgive me.
Girl in uniform. Wonder who that is. Wonder what that was. Is there something in the room? Well, I hope so, because that's what we're going to look for. That's what the magical writing in the top of the screen told me to do. Right, so we've got that note there. Is there anything else of... Nope. There's an old file on top of some luggage. Looks like a report on a shadow reading case, but most of it's been erased, making it difficult to read. Subject, Akari Narumi. Client, Kyoko Narumi. Token, personal photo. Details, blank. Result, subject deceased. Blank, blank, blank. Nothing I could do. Blank, blank, blank. Golden school uniform. It's been crumpled up so many times you can't make out the face. I wonder if that's the girl mentioned in that previous mission about that kept going back every single year trying to find her friend that went missing. I wonder if she came here and asked Ahsoka to look at some point. Ooh, I saw a check. Oh, you can look down on the shot from here. Yes, yes, I can see that. What sort of thing are you thinking of having the podcast on, Bizzy? Granted, as we all know, most podcasts start out saying we're going to do this one specific thing and then completely tangent off. But I'm guessing if you're... Oh, that's kind of what me and Atomic Snails do on Saturday evenings, GMT, Saturday afternoons, his time in America. Granted, they're usually cursed food videos like the Chef's Club ones that involve sticking 2 pounds of cheddar into a turkey. Drinking that rich, warm coffee was always so comforting. Technically, most of what Chef's Club do is normal food. They just take it to a ridiculous level. I mean, turkey is normal, cheese is normal. Usually, you just don't put two pounds worth of it inside the turkey. Still nervous about standing here by myself, as I've never been good at handling customers. I've only just learned how to make coffee. I've never actually served a customer yet. Then how do you know you're not actually good at serving customers if you've never served one yet? There's water, soft drinks and a few beers. Alcohol's not on the menu, but we sometimes serve it to the regulars. Oh yeah, because this is technically an antique shop, not a spooky ghost shop. Oh, hang on. Well, one of these was the bathroom. This was the bathroom, yeah. And that one down there is just leading to the back entrance. This is the room I started in, which I assume was meant to be ours. I didn't think that would be Hisoka's room. I feel like I'm missing something here. Is there a door that I've missed? So, not that way. Just a bit over the stairs. Oh, of course. I completely walked past this one. Ahsoka leaving a room. Like to sit at her desk to relax. Japanese style of the room helped her de-stress. Drawer is locked. Camera obscura is reacting to it. Okay. So even though I was looking at it, you didn't want me to do it until I... There we go. Okay, so key is under the bed. Storeroom on the first floor. Now when you say first floor, are you meaning first floor that you'd say for England, which is the one above the stairs? I think it is. Because we go ground floor, first floor, whereas I know that in some places they do first floor, then second floor. It looked like that was the bed, but I'm guessing that they are going by the ground floor definition of first floor. But yeah, that goes out into the office. Oh, hang on, was that actually a... That was a door. I thought I caught that at the corner of my eye. I missed it before. Yep, there we go, that's more like it. Key is down here. There shouldn't be a spooky hand here, because, you know, we're not near the spooky water place. And dusty paperwork's also under there. Shadow reading request, case closed, written in large red letters. Subject, Miku Hinasaki. Client, Sachi Iyami. Friend. Token personal photo. Details, disappeared searching for her missing brother, but was found. Mother of one, father unknown. Disappeared again 3 years later. Note, photographer. Client is her daughter's guardian. Result, search abandoned. Attempted shadow reading several times, but traces were too weak to follow. Suspect subject is still alive, but a newer or stronger token is required. It may be the subject does not want to be found. A warm but lonely expression. She looks like she might fade away at any moment. There's a few more pages in here. Subject, Sumugi Katashina. Client, family physician. Token, personal photo. Details, unstable family. Tendency to blame herself for strife with her half-sister. Bears self-inflicted wounds. Note, strict family may be the cause. Will ask doctor for care after subject is found. Result, search abandoned. Contacted with her family. Matter has been turned over to the police. Have been asked to drop the investigation. Face seems tinged with sadness. She's still missing, but her family have given up the search. Case closed, written in large red letters. Subject, Yuri Kozukata. Client, blank. Token personal photo. Details, emotionally unstable after family lost in accident. Stopped going to school a few days ago. Neighbours say she left home as normal. Note, claim to see things others can't. Now recovered. Result, taken into custody. Observation required. Safely in my custody. Believe close attention is necessary. Will look after her for her while, because I think that is who we're playing as right now. Yep, I wonder how much I've changed since then. I still have a hard time looking at mirrors. Objective updated. Check the desk. So that's our room. Use the key to open the drawer. There's a file tucked away in the desk. Contains photos and several sheets of paper. Oh, I needed a quick drink first. Mouth's getting a bit dry. Subject: Haruka Momose. Client: F. Himino. Friend. Token: Personal photo. Details: Client and subject used to be cafe regulars. A group, Southend, was reported at the time of the disappearance. Connection unknown. Note: a quiet, gentle girl, seemed keen to please others. Haruka Momose. Compared to her photo with Fuyuhi, she has a somewhat darker expression. So yeah, that was the girl that went missing, that the girl from yesterday came to talk to the characters about, and then self-ended herself when she got caught by Shrine Maiden. Miyu Hinasaki looks like someone else who went missing on the mountain. Half of these names I swear I saw about, an hour and a half ago in Finn's Danganronpa stream with Miyu and Tsumugi. Subject: Miyu Hinasaki. Client: S. Iyama, foster mom. Token: Personal photo. Details: went looking for her birth mother. Missing since subject childhood. Uttered something about Mount Akami according to her talent agent. Note: said to possess psychic powers. Client is very worried. Photo of a slender, elegant young woman. So this is Miyu Hinasaki. Cassette tape from an answering machine. The label shows the date and a client's name. A missing person file for one Kazuya Sakaki. I've heard Hisoka mention the name before. Subject: Kazuya Sakaki. Client: Ren Hojo, friend, who we played as in the last mission. Token: Personal photo. Details: known to wander off. Went incommunicado while gathering post-mortem photographs for Ren, awaiting possible contact. Note: gives a bad impression. Seems quite unlike Ren. Kazuya Sakaki, he's a friend of Ren's, but I've never met him. Oh wait, it's Kazuya, not Kazuya. I hear these names, obviously in anime and stuff. I've never seen them written down, and my brain just can't comprehend how they're spoken half the time. There was a journal tucked away in the drawer. It looks like some notes relating to clients. Met with a potential client. Doesn't know whether the subject is alive or dead. So she may have wandered off somewhere, maybe waiting for help. Doesn't want to leave home in case subject comes back on her own. I tripped up. Said something I shouldn't have. I asked what she'd do when we find her. She laughed and said, when she gets back, there are things I want to tell her. Her smile looked forced. She looked worn down. Looked worn down by it all. I should mind my own business. I'm worried about leaving Yuri alone, but this one's urgent. No time to lose. I have to go. This file lists the missing person cases that Hisoka took on. Haruka Momose, the girl that Fuyuhi was looking for, and maybe I have to track her down if I use this photo as a token. I think that should be the end of the interlude once we get to the front door. keep waiting to open the door and for the. There we go. I knew it was going to be there at some point. Hisoka Kurosawa going outside. This time I'll be the one who save you. Using the camera obscura, you have found a number of missing person case files connected to Mount Akami. She is now more determined than ever to head back to the mountain and find Hisoka. Right, and I think I'll leave it there. We've got another main chapter down with a decent rank I'm quite happy with, and we've just got our interlude done, and then next time we'll be heading back to the mountain. Also, I noticed that I was not in my gothic outfit that I unlocked yesterday, game. What are you doing, game? You didn't remember it, did you? I did say, oh, I wonder if it only confirmed the one person's, because I bought costumes on a couple of characters. Right, and there's no one online to raid who I know, so I think I'll just call it there then. And that's it. We've got a little bit more of the way in, and I'm actually having fun playing a game that's a bit slower. Oh, you got people to raid? Who have you got? They'll be very confused that they have someone going there that they've never known before. But go for it. Okay. Let's. I don't even want to pronounce it just in case I mess it up, but let's head there. Thank you for watching. I will now send you to someone who Faizy has recommended. I'll see you again, hopefully tomorrow, if not the day after. Bye-bye.